Welcome to Stephanie's Movie Reviews. I am your host, Stephanie Thompson. I am a member of the Screen Actors Guild and NAFTA, a classically trained singer-songwriter, a vocal coach, and an actress myself. In this show, we review 4 categories of films: action, family, drama, and comedy. But before we get to our action film today, this is the first segment of 4 segments. I'd like to recognize our sponsors. We have SkinFitnessLV.com, SkyVistaConsulting.com, and EV36Photography.com. Thank you so much for being our sponsors. We have a little bit of celebrity news today that I want to talk about. So, first of all, we have a celebrity birthday. It was Sarah Jessica Parker's birthday this last week. And you know, after Sex and the City, she has such a huge following of fans. And I got so many requests to have it sing happy birthday to her. So Sarah Jessica Parker, this is your very special happy birthday from all of your fans. And I hope that you will enjoy it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sarah. Happy birthday to you. Well, happy birthday, Sarah Jessica Parker, and I hope you had an amazing birthday, just like the amazing, fabulous woman that you are. So a little bit of celebrity news. Kim Kardashian is working on her 3rd baby. Yes, 3rd baby. And ladies, Brad Pitt apparently is single again. But he is not looking for a relationship at this time. Apparently, that's the last thing on his mind. Yeah, I'm sorry to say that, ladies, but he is apparently just bringing close friends around him and enjoying the time with them and just taking time out at the moment. But he is back on the market. Guardians of the Galaxy is going to have a double feature of both films starting May 4th, so that's very exciting. We're going to have both films, so the first one and the second one to see back to back. And Channing Tatum and Gordon Levitt, with Levitt directing, are going to have an R-rated musical in the works where they will be covering top 100 hit songs, and they're going to have little slice with adult humor, and they're going to be playing 2 pilots who crash land in Vegas. This is according to Variety. That is something that I want to see. That sounds like a lot of fun. And according to some sources I read, Vince Vaughn was turned down for the part of Joey in Friends. But if you look at the many films that Vince Vaughn has put up and the hilarity that has ensued because of all the wonderful things that he's done, I think it was one of those wrong turns that turned out to be very right. What do you think? Yes. So anyway, that's just a little bit of celebrity news for today. The film that I am reviewing today in this segment is an action film. It is called Kong Skull Island. It is an action sci-fi. It was released March 10th, 2017. Yes, it's playing now in theaters. It's directed by Jordan Vogt-Roberts. The composer is Henry Jackman. It stars Tom Hiddleston, Samuel L. Jackson, Brie Larson, John Goodman, John C. Reilly, and Ying Tron. It's PG-13 for intense sci-fi violence, action, and brief, strong language. It runs 1 hour and 58 minutes. And the synopsis is basically, we have a group, about three or four scientists headed by John Goodman's character, and they want to go check out this uncharted island. So they piggyback. They get permission from a senator to piggyback on top of this geological expedition to check out this uncharted island. And really, it's where Kong's family is from. King Kong's family is from. And And John Goodman has this hidden agenda. He really wants to find out about these creatures. So he has a hidden agenda doing this. But anyways, we find out what the origins of King Kong are. And that's kind of the premise of the movie. Well, okay, so I was a little bored in parts of the movie. It was a little slow at places, but then it started getting really good. So they started out, and you have some nice eye candy in the movie with Tom Hiddleston, and for the men, Brie Larson. And Tom Hiddleston is kind of the guide, and he kind of is the guide to help them once they're on the ground. But they go in to the island, and there's this really exciting kind of flight into the island, which is interesting. And I ended up seeing it in 3D, which I did not try to do, but it ended up the time that I went to see it, it was a 3D movie, so I saw it in 3D, which was kind of interesting. And the flight was kind of exciting, in 3D, because it was really graphic and everything. And then they started making waves in the island where the John Goodman's crew wanted to shake things up and wanted to check things out, check out the depth of the island and the soil and all this kind of thing. And so they start setting off charges. Well, then, of course, they start ticking off King Kong. And King Kong has some retribution in store for them. And then Samuel L. Jackson's character, the captain, gets all riled up because some of his men gets killed. Well, of course, you come in and you mess with King Kong's island, you're going to get hurt. But then John C. Reilly comes in a little later and he says, hey, King Kong is not the problem. There's much worse going on here. And then there are some interesting native people that have these really strange signs written on their face, which I wanted to rewind and see what this insignia was written on their face, because it was kind of really complex and interesting. But of course, you can't do that in a movie. So anyways, I give this movie 4 popcorns, because it was slow in places, but it was pretty good. It was pretty interesting. There was good action sequences, and it was a good story. And this is the first time in some of the King Kong movies that I've actually seen King Kong have a heart. So I saw some emotion from him, which I enjoyed. So I would recommend seeing this movie. I would see it in the theater because it's a lot more fun seeing it on the big screen. And I think you would enjoy it. And I think your kids would probably enjoy it. And that's my take on Kong Skull Island. So we'll see you in the next segment.